Today's lesson is 367. You will need your Riggs notebook, a pencil, and a coloring utensil to mark. Your first word today is an adjective, meaning located outside a particular place or country, and especially outside of your own country, coming from or belonging to a different place, relating to or dealing with other nations. Your word today is foreign. How many syllables does foreign have? Foreign. We have a think to spell, and your think to spell is foreign. First syllable, for, or, in, but we think to spell ain. A, we use AE that we do not use at the end of English words. N, two-letter N, used both at the beginning and end of a base word. For, in. First syllable is for, or, in, but we think to spell ain. AE that we do not use at the end of English words. N, two-letter N, used both at the beginning and end of a base word. For, in, for, ain. So you might have another thing to spell here. If you would like it to be for, ein, that's okay. Whatever helps you think it through. Let's mark. Or, we underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. We think to spell for ain, but we say for in. We underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. N. We underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. Great job. Double check that your word looks like mine and that we have the same markings. Now our next two words are related. Do you remember the part of speech of foreign? That was an adjective. I might say, oh, I've never been to a foreign country. Now we're going to make it a... And now we're going to make it a noun. Do you have any guesses? Your word is foreigner. And again, our thing to spell will be foreigner. How many syllables does your word have? Foreigner. First syllable, for, or, in, but we think to spell ain, A-E, that we do not use at the end of English words. N, two-letter N. Use both at the beginning and end of a base word. And for your last syllable, boys and girls, we will use the of her. Your turn. First syllable, for, or, in, but we think to spell ain, A, N. Last syllable, the of her. Or, we underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. We think to spell foreigner, but we say foreigner. We underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. N. We underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. We underline two or more letters working together to make one sound. Great job. That has a lot of two-letter phonograms in it. What part of speech was foreigner again? If you said noun, great job. Okay, next we have another noun. It is something that a country has and can use to increase its wealth. There are other examples like coal, oil, timber. It is also a supply of something that someone has and can use when needed. Do you have any guesses for your noun spelling word today? Your word is resource. How many syllables does it have? Resource. First syllable, r, e. Second syllable is source, s, o, ow, o, oo, r. Right, now we're done spelling our word. We have all of our sounds. What does your word say? Resork. Please add a silent final E to make it say resource. First syllable, r, e, source, s, o, r, had a silent final E. Red pencil and click. R, E, we underline 2 or more letters working together to make one sound. S, O, we underline 2 or more letters working together to make one sound. I just noticed this is a vowel saying its name at the end of a syllable. My apologies. Which sound is this O saying in resource? Second sound. R, S, we underline the C, we underline the G, we double underline silent final E. Job 3. Your next spelling word is related to resource, and all we need to do is make it plural. Your word is resources. Let's syllabicate it. Resource-is. First syllable re, r, e. Second syllable source, s, o. That was ow, o, oo, r, s. Last syllable is, but we think to spell as, z, but we use phonogram, z. First syllable re, r, e. Source, s, o, r. Last syllable is, but we think to spell s, z. Resources. Let's mark it. R, E, we underline vowels that say their name at the end of a syllable. S, O, we underline 2 or more letters working together to make one sound. Which sound? Second sound. R, S, I, we think to spell resource as, but we say resource is, z. Second sound. Alright, that one had kind of a lot of markings, so double check those words. And we have one more word left today. Your last word starts with a V, and it is another noun. The definition is the area around or near a particular place. She lives in Los Angeles or somewhere in the blank. Your word today is vicinity. I'm going to say that again. Vicinity. You try. Good. And how many syllables do you think your word has? I'll syllabicate it slowly. Vicinity. It has 4. Vi, v, I, sin, s, but we use k, s, I, n. Next syllable, I. Final syllable, t, e. Vicinity. Vi, v, I, sin, s, I, n, I, t, e. Vicinity. Let's mark it. V, I, s, I, n, I, t, e. 3. And I'm noticing that your homework is not marked a 3 there, so you'll have to fix it. All right. Great job today.